Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, chickens, rabbits, and squirrels. My name is Donarian McCants. I am a former NFL player. Played for the Washington Redskins and Philadelphia Eagles as a wide receiver. That's what I did. My hand's mad ashy. I need to take care of that. But anyway, I'll take care of it after this video. How did I get into fitness? I was a skinny child. And a skinny child, I didn't like being skinny. I always wanted muscles. So for me and to me as a child, muscles were always more appealing than nipples in the navel, right? They used to call me Tweety Bird because you can see all the ribs in my, see all my ribs look like a bird cage. So, bird chest, that was something that people used to say when you ain't had no muscles in your chest. I gotta get my muscles back. They coming back. But I didn't necessarily like it. It was cool. I didn't mind it, but it wasn't like, it's like, you're too skinny. You're too skinny. You're skinny. So I just kept hearing it. It's like, what does that mean? But I didn't like it. And then, like I said, muscles just look better. So for me, I was a mischievous child. Didn't follow directions all the time. So I got in trouble. At least, enough trouble for my mother to keep me in my room. And back in my day, you just had a bed in your room. So there was no TV, there was no Nintendo. It was just a bed. So at this point in time, we had a bunk bed. So for me, it was around 9 to 10 years old. And ironically, I found this book. And all I remember is just having an orange cover. And from that book, I just called it Orange Book. This was my implant into, somebody planted it there. Because I don't know where the book came from. And I didn't really like reading. But for some reason, I picked this book up. And this book had multiple exercises. So within my time of spending time in my room, I just started doing exercises, not knowing what I really was doing. I would just read the book, follow the pictures, and that was the beginning of my fitness journey. I didn't realize, like I said, that was making me much stronger, bigger, and faster than my other, I can't say bigger, but I was always real skinny, than my peers. And it was something that I wanted to do. So eventually, by the time I was 12 to 13, 12, when I started changing how I ate. So I watched my family, and we ate a lot of pork. So I saw the movie, I might have been a little older. But I saw the movie Malcolm X at some point in time. And I started studying what we consume. And, this runs in your family, and this is hereditary, and this is in your family. And for me, it wasn't in our family. It was what we were eating. It was what we were consuming. It was our habits. Because out of all these diseases and problems that my family have, I don't have any. Because at 12 years old, I changed my diet. I changed how I ate. 15, my mom, got over the myth of, it's going to stunt your growth if you lift weights. I've been trying to lift weights since I was 13. Because I had an older stepbrother, and that joker was huge, and he was lifting weights, and I'm like, why can't I? He was 14 and probably 170 something pounds. He was a big guy. So that's what I wanted. I wanted muscles. I had my stepbrother. Looking at him, he was a big guy. Like I said, at 14, he had to at least be 6 feet and probably look good. He at least a good 170, if I can recall correctly. So that's what I wanted. And I wanted muscles. And I wanted them as soon as possible. And now my journey is I'm just a natural slim guy. I'm a slim man mentality. So I'm always trying to lift weights and get my body and keep my body in shape. So at 15, my mom gave me, she signed my paper to lift weights at the high school. And at this time I was at Oakland Mills. And the rest is history. I went from about 130 pounds to 150 pounds, 175. And then when I graduated high school, I was 190. Now in college, they was like, yeah, son, we're going to put all this weight on you. We're going to make you a tight end. They made me a tight end, but the weight ain't come with it. By the time I left college, I was only 205. I was just holding on to that. I could lift weights all day. I can eat all day, and I never gained a pound. So the only reason I gained that 10 pounds between is because I got taller. So when you grow, your bones grow, you gain more weight. So I went from 190 to 205. So my senior year in high school, I was 190. My senior year in college, I was 205. I went to the pros at 205. In the pros, I got up to 220, but that's another story. I'll add on when athletes say they don't know what they were taking. I was one of them. But that's how I got into fitness. My little orange book. I think somebody from the future placed it in front of me because, like I said, at the time, I didn't like reading, didn't want to read, but it had pictures. So when I seen the pictures, I was like, okay, what is going on? I read the book and I got stronger. So for the future, you want to be fit. You want to be in shape, the best shape possible. You have to be able to run. If you're playing football, you have to be able to run for 4 quarters. Even as a lineman, you're fighting every 3 seconds. You're fighting. You have to be in some kind of shape to do that. All right. So that's one of the things I noticed right now is that the new generation isn't the best fit. They're not in the best shape athletically, in condition. And like I said, we ran all day. We played outside all day. From basketball, went to football. From football, went to basketball. And then as far as my seasons, I'm football, basketball, track all year. You know, and then by the summertime coming, you're getting ready for football again. So there is no off season. It's just pre and post. I think I'm going to end with that because I can get long-winded. So if you're listening and you hear anything, start your fitness journey now because healthy children become healthy adults. I'm Darnarian McCants, and that is my fitness journey, at least a portion of it. Y'all be great.